Hello everybody, and Dan Stojkovic here, and I hope you're doing really well today. I just want to share this update video with you on behalf of Trans-European Division team, Judy, myself, and of course many who are sitting on the committee at the same time. On behalf of Hungary Union, Christoph, Sean, who are leading the teams in Hungary and helping us deliver this Count Me In TED Camporee, which is the 13th in a row. Dear friends, this video might tend to be a little bit longer, therefore you could grab a drink, and before you do that, maybe you should also click subscribe and that bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube. If not, make sure you follow our social media, as many more updates will be coming about the TED Camporee as the time comes, and as the Camporee is taking place. We're gonna be releasing quite a few videos and pictures. You don't want to miss that. Make sure you click that follow button, subscribe or like or whatever is there for you. So first of all, I just want to say how excited we are that at this stage we have over 30 countries coming to the Trans-European Division Camporee in Sopron, Hungary. And for those of you who are wondering where that is still, which is terrible by the way, we hope you really know where it is, but it is only 3 hours away from Budapest towards Austrian border, and only 1 hour from Vienna, actually, the capital city of Austria. The reason and the purpose of this video really is for you to understand that there are some parts of this Camporee which are maybe slightly different than other Camporees, or at least if we just take everything in account, we would like to draw attention to, especially to a few important points. And that is, number one, is going to be for us, of course, at this stage, weather. I don't know how much you follow the weather patterns in Europe recently, but like last year we had a total drought. This year this is like so much rain. We are turning into Cambodia for sure, and how the things are standing, we are still not very clear how it's gonna be during the Camporee in Sopron between the 25th of July and the 1st of August. Therefore, we would like to inform you that we think that you should be ready for everything. In other words, you need to be ready, first of all, for really hot sun temperatures. You know, at that time of the year can reach 35, 36, sometimes slightly higher than 36 Celsius. Also, make sure that you have a lot of sun lotion. Maybe you want to bring a small bath so you can put the lotion in and just jump in it, because the reality is the sun in Hungary, which is close to my home country, is quite strong and can cause really bad burns. And of course, if you're somebody who wears hats, I don't, but maybe I should, bring your hat and make sure you always have the water bottle with you, in case you haven't chance to spend the summer in Hungary or that region. You also need to know, this is a little bit also, I would say, slightly worrying, and that region is known for quite a few summer storms. The reality is, be ready for that as well. So a very thin, I would say, if it's possible, breathable, if it's not, just a really good water jackets they can go on top of a t-shirt or whatever happens. It will be really helpful to have. So on one hand, can be very hot and very kind of, in some ways, slightly on the too much side of the sunshine, but then the storms can come in very quickly as well. So be ready for that, especially after a long time. We're going to be worshiping outside in evenings, so there will be no marquee, there will be no protection. It's going to be you, weather, and Jesus. That's what's going to happen. So make sure you're ready for whatever it comes, especially in evening hours. But no doubt at all, I'll be bringing my waterproof jacket to make sure I stay dry. And now, as you are slowly thinking about the arrival to the TED Camporee, I would also like to try to draw your attention to important fact when it comes to pitching your tents. Your tents, I'm sure, are always pitched, 100%. There's nothing wrong with that. But especially, as you know, they can be really dry, or it can be a thunderstorm. We would love to ask you to make sure that you straight away pitch your tents and make them ready for potential, significant, rain with a few thunders, maybe baby ones, maybe big ones, I don't know. The reality is If you have your tent pitched properly and is ready, make sure you put the trenches around your tent in case the large amount of water comes, especially after if it was very dry. Therefore, it makes those streams and can flood your tents, and we want to make sure you have a pleasant experience. So, 30 countries, weather, sun, heat, and jackets. Okay, a water bottle we mentioned, driving. Now a little bit about your travel. If you are somebody who is flying, I guess you already have your ticket, so you hopefully will get it very soon as the time is running out. So you kind of figure out how you're going to do that part. If you're somebody who is traveling by car or van or whatever, we would love to just encourage you to just make sure and check each country you're driving through, especially for those countries which are not part of EU. Each European country sometimes has different laws when it comes to driving, and therefore they would ask you to have different things as a part of your first, response. Some of them would require you to have the first aid stuff, others not so much. And so just make sure that you comply with all requirements, because we don't want you to end up in trouble by paying a fine because you don't have everything on you. Also, make sure your passports are at least 3 months valid. Don't come to your flight, your train, whatever you're taking, or you come to the border crossing as you're leaving the country and you realize your passport is not valid for 3 months. Because if you're not valid for 3 months when it comes to your passport, they might not let you in, and we would love you to be there, and we would hate to miss you. So make sure you check your passports. There is still a little bit of time. Maybe you can get a new one if that is something that you need. Also important for part of information, especially for those minors who are traveling, and moms, dads, and leaders who are listening to this video. Let me remind you that some of the countries actually require for the parents to have this consent form or a letter. Some of them can be just letters, but sometimes they need to be actually stamped or approved by a certain body to say that moms and dads and guardians allow the young people or young person to travel with somebody else or by themselves or as a part of a group to the camp or whatever is happening outside of the borders. We found that during the PBNAB, some countries, just drove and they came to the border and they said, well, sorry, but there is no consent form from the parents, so we cannot actually let this child go out, just in case if somebody is trying to traffic this child or to kind of. So make sure that all clubs and all the young people would have a consent form letter from the moms and dads. Sometimes that's enough, but sometimes they would ask this to be kind of verified in some institution in your country. So make sure you check that as well. Something that is very much a standard when it comes to the events these days is we do require that each person who is traveling actually possesses their own travel insurance. We do have insurances for our events when it comes to TED Camporee as well, but still on top of that, we require for every single person to have their own travel insurance just in case. For those who are working as a club leaders, we hope that you already done that, but in case you forgot or maybe this is kind of slipping on a back burner, just make sure that your church boards, especially the local clubs, actually have this event approved by the local church board, as that activates another level of protection for everybody who is coming to any of the events, whether it's your local or it's a division event as this one. For all of you who are wondering which money is being used in Hungary, well, it is Hungarian forint. Hungarian forint is the currency they use. So exchange a little bit of your money for Hungarian forints as a cash backup. It's a good idea. Don't make some crazy amounts because we don't want you to lose or something happens. But also keep in mind that cards can be used in Hungary. When it comes to the events that I'll mention later on, as market day and street food night, we have decided as a team that we will accept everything. We'll accept Hungarian forint, euro, we'll accept British pound, dollars, gold, whatever it is. And I'll tell a little bit more about these events as they have, I would say, a beautiful purpose in this Camporee. For all of you who are having mobile phones, and I'm sure there's like all of you having like 3 phones, we are planning to provide charging places and stations where you can charge your phones. Let me grab one of these. It's so you're gonna be able to charge your phone for sure. You can see it's a lot of places. Unfortunately, it's all USB-A. We don't have USB-C chargers. So if you have USB-C cables, make sure you have adapter, because this is not going to work for you. And one very important thing is that you bring your phones and stuff to charge. We would encourage right now that you already think about bringing your battery bank, your whatever you have, because leaving your phone to be charged on these chargers is not the best way, and we found that in the last Camporee. So make sure you leave a bank, because nobody can be responsible for your phone if it's left there. Of course, the phones are now protected, you can lock them off and all these things, but still, we feel the best thing is for you to leave just battery bank to be charged, and then when it's charged, come and pick it up and then charge your phone from that. Well, this Camporee, you probably already figured out, is different in some ways, and that is that the food itself will be provided by your union, your conference, your mission field, or your club. If you remember in previous Camporees, we did have a massive food distribution centers. We used to have hundreds of people working to pack your boxes of ingredients to deliver to your place so you can cook your stuff. Well, this actually has changed as a committee met and realized that having a large distribution centers for the food is becoming harder and harder, especially as we are moving from country to country, and some countries don't have those huge suppliers as we used to have them here in the UK when I used to work as a British Union Youth and Pathfinder Director, and I was helping Pastor Peter Bow, who was a Pathfinder Director. Now, when it comes to arrival, and that's Tuesday, if you remember, we usually have this welcome meal by the union, which is host union. This time we are going to Hungarian union. We're going to have actually a welcome meal on that Tuesday. So Tuesday evening, I think, is it lunch or supper? I can't remember now. It's probably supper or lunch, can't remember. It's going to be provided by the Hungarian union, and something very beautiful and simple for all of us to enjoy as the Camporee starts. Activities which are a very important part of the Trans-European Division Camporee. We have quite a significant amount of them, and I hope you will find them really enjoyable. We heard your comments from the last Camporee. This time we're going with less honors and more activities, which so many of you prefer. Some of us, we do still love honors, and there will be some, including the very new honor coming from the Adventist Risk Management. I believe this is going to be a first Camporee. This honor will be taught, and we look forward to see how that goes. And so make sure you come and get your new honor. Some of the most special activities that I wanted to mention, and I also did hint before, and that is we're going to have a market day, and we just want to help you understand the purpose of the market day. Purpose of the market day is a fundraiser, and what we want to do is fundraise money and help this time a cause in Ukraine, especially during these terrible days of war. We are hoping that in this this fundraiser will be able to collect a significant amount of money. As I mentioned, again, accepting all currencies. We would like to donate this to Ukrainian cause. When it comes to street food night, which is also a fundraiser, but it's a very different fundraiser. So street food night, we are allowing each union, each conference, each local club actually to fundraise for themselves. So when it comes to market day, that money, 100% of it goes towards the cause. When it comes to street food night, where you'll be able to sell pancakes, some amazing fish coming from Denmark, which rotted for a long time, or whatever, you'll be able to take all that money and actually help your local club towards the cost of travel and coming to TED Camporee. On the street food night, of course, as the word's saying, it's going to happen during the night. We would like each conference, each union or church or club to put a table on the path where people are walking. We would like you to bring some maybe lights which are not being used right now, something colorful, something that you can actually draw attention a little bit, so that people, as they walk through this part of these corridors, they'll be able to spend some time with you, come buy your food and fundraise for the local club that you are leading. Yeah. So that is a street food night, and also this is also the market day. When it comes to first aid, as it's very important, every union conference and club, as you already have first aiders, Of course, they're part of the legal requirement for so many countries. Please do see them in case you don't feel well. And if there's some small things that can be treated by your local first aider, please go ahead. Nevertheless, it's very important for you to know that we will have a professional team, which we paid. So we have a company which will come with the trained medical staff, as it's part of the Hungarian legal requirement of each camp. So they're gonna be there and help in case your young person or yourself need to be seen. Now, you heard about the first aid. A pin exchange game is one game which, for the maybe I would say, is getting a little bit more profile. This Camporee in Europe, not so many of us are like crazy pin collectors, but we would like to start a small hobby for all of us, if that's right. So we ask each union to produce pins, and I believe for each participant that is coming, they're providing 5, 6, 7 pins, so that you as young people, as pathfinders, will have chance to go and exchange pins with other unions. The purpose of these pins is really nothing to do with pins, really. We would like you to make great friends for life. And it just happened to be, I just got one of the pins which nobody has at the moment, and that is a new pin from the, can you see it? Oh, maybe you can't. It's from the Adventist Risk Management. It's terrible. Okay, let me try. Can we? No, can't zoom. So it's from Adventist Risk Management. So make sure you see this store, as they will be able to exchange some pins with you. And there's other pins and other unions which will be there. Every Camporee, as for those of you who came to so many of them, will know that we have a songbook, which is so much more than a songbook. It's like a little Swiss knife of the books. And probably you have some of them, and some of you are keeping them as beautiful memories, and that is just great. And so once again, we're going to produce a songbook with, of course, all the lyrics for the songs inside, which is the very important part. But also in there, we will have quite important information. We'll have the pages which will allow you to go for different honors. So as you finish your honor, they will be able to sign off your honors in the songbook. If you're looking, for example, where you can find the pictures from the Camporee, which we are so thankful to Thor and his wife, which are working for the Adventist Media Exchange. They're coming from Norway. Top professional photographers. You'll be able to scan a QR code and take you exactly where the pictures will be. Not only that, you'll have maps, you will have all sorts of things inside of this book, including some of the advertising from different organizations which they would like to talk to you as well. One of the part of the program which is so important is morning. And as you can see in the main program, we only have evening worships where we all come together. All of us come together and we worship together. But the mornings are going to be done by your local clubs. There are some Bible studies and questions which are produced, and they're sent to all the unions for translation. And so that is what we have for you for the morning worships. But nevertheless, let me tell you, some unions might decide to do something else. So don't be too surprised if something else happens. But the morning worships are taking place in area of your local clubs. As we live in a world of the social media, we would love to be able to actually tell the story of the Count Me in Camporee a little bit wider than Adventist circles, and therefore we have these 2 hashtags we would like you to use, and that is TED Camporee and also Count Me in 23. So hashtag TED Camporee and hashtag Count Me in 23. Please do use these hashtags as you're posting your stories. Sometimes that is all that some of our friends, family members will ever see about the beautiful work and the world of Pathfinders. And part of this Camporee, there will be quite a few special activities. In other words, we call special activities something additional we do on top of that. So there will be definitely a robot section, and for everybody who is in a certain age, they're going to have a different band. And so if you have that band, you'll be able to join Rovers. The team is preparing an amazing program for you there, guys. So if you are Rover, make sure you go and get to know some people there and certainly enjoy the time in that section. On the other hand, if you are a Pathfinder who likes, let's say, night hiking or something like this, all of that is there, and we would love to encourage you. We would love to encourage you to take part of all of those special activities. One of the night activities as well will be sleeping under the open sky. We are truly hoping that night is going to be really dry. If it's not, then it's going to be sleeping and then maybe floating a little bit, but not for long because you will have to run to your tents and hide there. So plenty of activities, but certainly as well when it comes to activities, when it comes to program, when it comes to your food, your local and also TED camp life of this Camporee. There'll be some guests as well and some exhibitors which are there to help give us some services. I just want to make sure I don't forget these people. So we're going to have a Newell College with us there. Go and talk to them because they're preparing some exciting stuff for you. We will have an Adventist Press, we have a Stambler Press, we'll have a ARM. There's going to be also a Polish Pathfinder shop, which I cannot remember the name of that shop. So if you're watching this video, just make sure you put it in a comment section. And certainly also as we are talking about comment section, please let us know which part you're looking the most towards this Camporee. So put it in the comments which part you're really looking for this Camporee. On the other hand, let's not forget the most important thing, and that is that we come there together to help to each other make good decisions, especially I would say spiritual decisions in our life. We will have a baptism as well, so it's still not late for you to register. We have a link, so make sure you talk to your mom and dad, to your leaders, to your pastors, and if this is your wish, fill this form and join others who are planning to be baptized. We're also thankful to General Conference, as we're going to have our World Youth Director from the General Conference, and Pastor Busi will be speaking for the opening ceremony for us, and then after that we go to our local speaker, which is coming from Norway, Adam Hazel. We look forward for his messages, and certainly we look also forward to the challenges that he's going to leave with us as we are going step by step together. And my friends, that's it. The 72-point list, which is taking for a long time for me to share with you. But please do share this video, send it to your clubs, send it to moms and dads, and let's just be ready to be part of this life-changing. We hope we will leave this camp not the same as we came, but will leave this camp with Jesus as our Lord and Savior. And also as a part of the organizational team, please do keep all our pathfinders, all our staff members, all the unions, all the young people in your prayers. And I just want to personally say thank you so much to all the union directors throughout this beautiful division. Thank you to all the conference directors which serve still so faithfully to bring young people and be part of this Camporee. So God bless you all. Don't forget to like, share, and I hope to see so many of you there. God bless you all. Bye-bye.